Here. This is part of my anatomy series that I've been doing for several weeks now. We worked on our hamstrings for a week. We worked on our quadriceps for a week. We worked on our glutes last week. And this week we're working on our hip adductor and abductor muscles, our hip flexors. These are muscles that are responsible for moving our hip our legs in and out, sideways, forward, back. Part of the hip um, flexor muscles include our glutes, some of our glutes, as well as this muscle called the tensor fascia latae, which is a big, big muscle right here on the, just barely on the front of your leg. So all these hip flexors attach your leg to your pelvis. And that's why they're so important. So we'll be doing exercises today to help loosen up our hip flexors. For our pranayama, let's do Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is the alternate nostril breathing that we're all familiar with, and it is a balancing type of breath. Balancing in the way that if you are stressed, it helps you calm down. So that balances you. If you are lethargic, it helps lift you up. So it balances you. And it also balances both sides of your brain. So alternate nostril breathing, we close off one nostril and breathe through the other alternately. You use your hand mudra where you put your middle finger and your pointer on your forehead. You bring your thumb next to your right nostril. You bring your ring finger next to your left nostril. Your pinky can hang out wherever it wants to hang out. Now, some people prefer to curl the index and middle finger down and just use their thumb and their ring finger. But I think it's a really good idea to put the two fingers on your forehead because that in itself has a very calming effect on the nervous system. So get your hand ready and place the thumb beside the right nostril, ring finger beside the left, and keep both nostrils open for a few breaths. And just practice some breath awareness. Close your eyes and just breathe, being aware of what your breath is doing, feeling your chest rise and fall with your breath. Feel your rib cage expand with each breath. And feel your belly inflate with each breath. And then feel the back of your lungs inflate as you breathe in. Pretend you have wings on your back and you're sprouting your angel wings. And if you think that it'll happen, you'll feel the air, the oxygen go into the back of your lungs. Now I'll talk you through the first few rounds of Nadi Shodhana. But when I let you go on your own, the pattern is exhale, inhale as you switch from one nostril to the other. Okay, so we'll start. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale both nostrils. Close your right nostril, inhale through your left nostril. Close your left nostril, exhale through your right nostril. Inhale right, close right, exhale left. Inhale left, close left, exhale right. Inhale right, close right, exhale left. And inhale left and continue on your own. Alternating exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale. Okay, finish up your final round of alternate nostril breathing and allow your final exhale to be out of your left nostril. And then bring your breathing back to normal. And let's please take a deep breath together and Om in. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. Okay, yogis. So seated cross-legged, like we're doing, is a good hip opener in itself. It's a simple pose. In fact, this is called Sukhasana, which is translated into easy pose. It's not as easy for a lot of Westerners who sit in chairs all day, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So we'll sit at one leg in front, whatever leg you have in front, and we'll switch in a little bit so that we get balanced. And we'll start with our hands to our heart center. And then inhale as you push your fingertips up, stretching open your shoulders and chest. Exhale, let your right hand float down beside the hip, the left arm beside the ear. And then we're going to float all the way back up, and then float the left hand down, right arm beside the ear. And then we're going to float all the way back up. Right hand comes down, left arm beside the ear. And then float all the way back up once more, left hand down, right arm over. And float all the way back up, right hand down. And this time we're going to pause here. Bring your left shoulder back, open the chest upward, maybe even look up. Try to get the arm as close to your ear as possible and breathe. Make sure you're pushing down on your left sit bone while you're doing this so it doesn't lift. One more breath. And then as you exhale, pull your arm up and down. Okay. Open your arms in a T with a big inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Take your left hand on the thigh, right hand behind you. Sit up tall as you twist, spiraling your spine upward vertically as you twist. Think about your left rib cage coming over to the right side of your body. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. Keep your shoulders down from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. And now switch the cross of the legs. So if you're like me, you always sit habitually with the most comfortable leg in front. So this is my uncomfortable leg in front. I have to make a habit to sit this way more often. Okay, hands to palm center. Inhale, push up, 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 up. Exhale, let your left hand float down, right arm beside the ear. And then let both hands float back up. Inhale, exhale, right hand floats down. Inhale as both hands float up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, both arms float up, right hand down. And then inhale, both arms float up, left hand down, and we'll pause here for a few breaths. Bring the right shoulder back, open the chest upward, look up, push down on that right sit bone. And inhale back to center, and then the arm comes down. take your hands onto your shins, and we'll do some seated cat-cows. So take a deep breath first, and then as you exhale, you're going to curve your spine backward, tuck your tailbone underneath, bring your chin down, and push your spine toward the back of your mat, using your hands as leverage to feel your shoulders separate. And then very slowly through your nose, inhale as you bring your chest forward like a pigeon or a peacock, and your tail goes out to the back of the mat. You have an arch in your lower back, crown of your head's going forward and up. And then exhale slowly through the nose once more, curving your spine, flexing your spine backwards, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, feeling your vertebra. And then inhale very slowly again, bringing your chest forward like a proud pigeon, neck is long, arch in the lower back. And then come back to center. And then come seated off your bolsters. And have your feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. Prop yourself with your hands behind you. Doesn't matter which way your fingers go, whatever's comfortable for you. And then we're going to allow our knees to fall to the right. So we're going to come onto our right hip, bring your right knee, push the right knee so it's touching or trying to touch your left heel. And then come back to center, and then we'll go the other way. So now push your left knee so that it's touching or trying to touch your right heel. And then back to center, and once more to the right. And then back to center, and once more to the left. And then back to center, once more to the right. Now this time we're going to pause here, pick up your right hand and swing it around to, pick up your left hand and swing it around to meet your right hand. And then you're going to walk your hands to the back of your mat, and then come on down to your forearms. So either stay here for a few breaths on your forearms, or if you feel comfortable, you can sink your head down, rest your head down on your hands or on your mat. And then push up, turn back to center. And then we'll let the knees come to the left and keep the knees there. Bring the right hand over to the left side of your body, and then walk your hands to the left so that you end up facing the back of your mat, and then come on down to your forearms, resting your head if you like. And then push back up, come back to center, and come into staff pose Dandasana. Now here you can sit back up on your prop if you like. The important thing in Dandasana is to have your pelvis tilted forward so that you have a neutral lower back. So you don't want to collapse around your lower back. And it's a lot easier to access this pose if you're sitting up a little bit, lifting your hips. Feet are flexed, knees are up, shoulders down, chest forward. Let's do one shoulder roll, bringing your shoulders forward, up to your ears, and then back, and then down, chest is open, and try to keep your shoulders there and your chest open as we do the next set of asanas, which will be leg swings. And this will really feel, well, hip abductors on this. So lift your right leg up and then swing it out to the side. So those are your abductor muscles that you just felt. And then swing it back in, cross over the left, and then swing it back to center, and then out, and then back to the left, and then out, and then back to the left, and once more out and to the left. So when you go to the left like that, those are your adductor muscles. So the adductor muscles are the inside, abductor muscles on the outside. Reset the spine. And then we'll do the left leg. Foot comes up and then swing out and then cross. Swing out and then cross. Swing out and then cross. Once again, cross, and once again. And then come back to center. Okay. Hop off your bolster again and come on down to your forearms, like so, with bent knees. So your hands are going to be by your hips. And when you get into this position, tilt your pelvis forward. So think about your hip bones going towards your knees so that you have a nice, small, little arch in your lower back, what I call a neutral arch. And keep your head in line with your spine here. So don't allow it to fling way back like that. So this is going to be some core work. So tighten up your belly muscles as you lift your legs off the mat. And then with breath, inhale, open the scissors, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, abduct, exhale, adduct. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Try to keep your back neutral. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Once more, open, once more, close. Final time, open, final time, close. And then bring your feet down, prop up, and hug those knees into your chest. Release the spine. Relax your neck. And then please come to your table position. Make sure you pad your knees as necessary to keep them happy. We want to keep our knees happy. Okay, so start in your squared up table, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a deep breath with a flat back and exhale, bring your hips back toward your heels, your rump coming toward your heels, very slowly so that you feel all your joints lubricate, greasing the joints. And then inhale very slowly back up to table, lubricating the wrists, the shoulders, and exhale all the way back to your heels, the hips, the knees, moving around all that synovial fluid, and then back up to neutral table. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, lift into your cat pose, tuck your toes, arch your back to the ceiling, tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone. Push the mat away so you can really feel your shoulders separate and you feel your vertebra. So now everything is tucked, toes, chin, tail. Inhale through your nose and untuck everything. Flatten the feet on the mat, bring the belly down, chin forward into your cow. So now you have a banana-shaped back. And then very slowly through your nose, making the breath last, retuck everything back to your cat. So this way your feet get a little bit of action too. Very rarely do we massage our feet, unless you're getting a pedicure. And then inhale, untuck everything, and push the shoulders toward the back of your mat as you bring your head forward, tailbone back, and you have a hammock-shaped back. And then come back to center. Take a deep breath with a flat back. Exhale, bring your right knee into the chest, tuck the chin, and bring your nose to your knee in a flexed spine. And then kick the leg back, inhale, and then plant your toes behind you. Okay, plant your right hand on the mat, twist to the left. Inhale, exhale, left hand comes down. Walk your right foot to the left side of your body. Look over the left shoulder, opening up the right rib cage. Pause here for a breath or two. Then we're going to inhale as we lift our foot up. Exhale, swing it all the way around so that it's perpendicular on the right side of your body, and then touch the foot down. And then inhale, lift it up. Exhale, swing it all the way back over to the left, and turn your head to watch your foot as you're doing this. So now pick up the foot, swing it around, and turn your head to the right as that foot touches down. And then lift the foot, swing it all the way around, back to the left, and turn your head to the left as your foot touches down. And then inhale up again, swing it all the way over to the right, and the foot touches down, and leave it there for a few moments. Your feet or toes are pointed forward, and your foot is lined up with your knee. Put weight into your left hand and open to the right. Big chest opener here. Bring the right arm back as far as you can. Look up, breathe. And one more breath. And then bring the hand down. Keep the leg extended. All right, so we're going into everybody's favorite, the awkward airplane. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, lift the right leg out to the side, and then lift your left arm out to the side. So both limbs are perpendicular to your body. Focus on a spot in front of your face, and then just think about your breath. Breathe. 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 Okay, leg comes down, hand comes down, knee comes in. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. Inhale, slowly back to table. Exhale, tuck everything and push into your cat back. Tuck toes, chin, tailbone. Exhale, untuck everything, flatten the feet. Bring the shoulders to the back of the mat. Drop your belly down toward the mat into your cow. And then come back to table. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Tuck the chin, bring your nose to the knee. Pause here for a breath or two with a flexed spine. And then inhale, kick your leg back behind you. Plant your toes behind you. Put weight into the left hand and then twist to the right. One more breath here. And that hand comes down. Keep your leg extended as you walk it now to the right side of your body, looking over your right shoulder, cat looking at its tail. Inhale as you lift your foot up. Exhale as you swing it around to the left to touch down and turn your head to now look to the left. And then lift the foot, swing it back around, and then turn your head to look to the right. Inhale up, swing all the way around, touch down, and then lift up, swing all the way around, look to the right, lift up, swing all the way around, plant the foot down, toes pointing forward, foot lined up with your knee, put weight into the right hand, and then we'll twist our chest open. One more breath. And then the hand comes down, foot stays extended. Leverage yourself so that you can lift the left leg and the right arm out to the side in our awkward airplane, and then focus on your breath. This is really using your glutes and your hip flexors. One more breath. Okay, the leg comes down, the hand comes down, the knee comes in, and step your right foot up to between your hands. Okay, and then make sure that your right knee is over the ankle here. And then we'll bring the right arm onto the inside of that leg, and then just nestle the knee against the upper arm here. Make sure that your shin is vertical. push the leg into your arm as you push the arm into the leg. So you can really feel all the muscles engage in your arm as well as in your leg. So now we're going to do what I call a mini lizard float. Bend the elbow and then try to reach the elbow down towards your mat. And then inhale as you unwind and reach your arm open and back toward the back of your mat. And then re-bend the elbow as you bring your arm forward, dip it down toward your mat. It won't get there, but dip it down toward the mat. And then open the arm again as you reach behind you, opening the chest. Re-bend the elbow as you come forward to dip down. And then open up once more, reaching behind you. And then bring that hand down. Switch legs. Bring the left knee up between your hands. Then the arm comes inside the leg. Push the knee against the upper arm. Push the arm against the knee. So you're engaging all your muscles here. Push, 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 push. Okay, and then bend the elbow. Dip the elbow down toward the mat and then swing your arm up and back behind you, opening the shoulder. And then bring the arm back forward, dipping the elbow down toward the mat, feeling your hip flexors work here. And then open back up, swinging your arm open, opening the chest. Once more, elbow comes down toward the mat. And then once more, reach behind, opening the chest. And then bring the hand back down and bring the foot back so that you're back into your table position. Tuck your toes and come into your downward facing dog. So in downward dog, think about your alignment. Fingers are wide. Pressure in all 10 fingers. A slight bend to the knuckles so you can put pressure into the tops of your fingers. Forearms squeeze against each other so you can feel your shoulders roll out. Your head's melting between your arms. Your chest is melting toward your thighs as you bend your knees and stick your booty way up in the air. Nice long spine. Chest melts down. Keep rolling those shoulders out. And then bend the knees and walk up to the hands. And then very slowly, rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra, the hand mudra of reverence. Reverence to yourself and reverence to your divine. And then come into Tadasana, reset the spine. Make sure your feet are underneath the hips, parallel to each other. Your tailbones down and your chest is open. Shoulders down from the ears and your thighs are rotated inward slightly. Make sure your head's right on top of the shoulders, not jutting forward, and your chin is parallel to the ground. And then breathe. Okay, now bring your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Make sure you don't bring your clavicle up with you. You want your arms to come out of the arm sockets, palms facing each other. Inhale. Exhale, come into your chair pose, Utkatasana. And pause here for a breath or two. Your arms can be up beside your ears or they can be forward, whatever is more comfortable for your shoulders. Having your arms forward is a little bit less stress on the shoulder girdle. And then breathe here. Make sure you can see the tippy tops of your toes when you look down so that your weight is distributed properly. And then inhale back up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. So the chair pose is a fierce, powerful pose. It's called fierce pose. It works a lot of your muscles, hip flexors, quads, glutes. We'll do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Also works your core muscles, your torso. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together above your head. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, crescent right. Bring the left shoulder back, look up. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, crescent left. Bring the right shoulder back as you look up. And then inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana. Reset the spine. So we'll do our balancing with some leg lifts to work those hip flexors. And start in Tadasana, but bring your hands, you can either bring your hands to your hips or bring into Namaste hands in your chest and then align your body. So there's a theory that when you have your fingers and palms together like this, it helps with your balance. I'm sure it does mine for sure. Okay, so in your Tadasana with your Namaste hands, take whatever leg you're going to start with, get the toes pointed out front. Find your focal point, and then we're just going to lift and lower the leg up and down. Just barely touch down, and then lift back up. Barely touch down, lift back up, just barely. And just do a few of these with your breath, concentrating on your balance. One more, and then bring the foot back in. Now, same leg, we're going to extend out to the side. And then we're going to lift it up and then touch down. Lift it up, touch down. A few times, just like that. These are your abductor muscles working. One more, and then come back, and then shake it all out so we can swap legs. Opposite toe in front, whatever you want to use your hands to help you balance. Even a wall, there's nothing wrong with using a wall to balance. Find your focal point, and then we'll lift up and then down, up and then down, up and then down. A few times at your own pace, with breath, with focus, with concentration. And one more, and then come back down and prepare for the side kicks by pointing your toes out to the side, shifting the weight so that you can lift your leg up and then touch down, up, down, with breath. Inhale, exhale. Couple more. And then come back, release, shake it all out. Good job. Okay, please come to top of your mat and have your blocks available. As we do a little flow, we're going to use our blocks with this flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your back, stretch your spine. So your tailbone's going back, your head's coming forward, shoulders are pushed back toward the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down to your blocks. One block should be on either side of the foot, not forward of the feet, not behind the feet, right beside the feet. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back. And with your right foot back, think about your alignment. Left knee is over the ankle, not forward of the ankle, just over the ankle, or can be behind the ankle slightly. You want your shin to be vertical, hips level. Lift your right quads. Just tighten your right quads so that you feel like you're lifting them up toward the ceiling. Put weight into the right heel. Now, think about your spine here. One long line from the crown of your head to the back heel, which means your chin is not dropped, nor is your head craning to look up. Just your head's right in line with the spine. The spine is a nice one big diagonal line all the way to your heel. Now put weight in the right hand and twist open to the left. Inhale. Exhale, the left hand comes down. Take a deep breath here. Exhale as you step your right foot back into plank. So you're using your blocks for your plank. Make sure that your belly's not dropping down. Once again, nice long line from the head to the heels. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knees down and then shift your weight forward between your arms into an upward facing dog. Now you can keep your knees down here or lift them off the mat, either way, but you want to really shoot your chest forward, and then your neck is nice and long, head coming up toward the ceiling. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, drop your knees if you've lifted them. Tuck your toes and come into downward facing dog with the blocks. Bend your knees so that your hips can go way up in the air. And just because your hands on blocks doesn't mean you're not going to have the same kind of alignment. Squeeze the forearms toward each other, roll the shoulders out, spread the fingers wide. Take a deep breath. Lift the right leg up behind you and swing it up between your hands or between the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, shift your weight to step the left foot up. And then slowly rise up all the way. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten the back. L-shaped back. Push the shoulders to the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands down to the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back. Now think about your alignment here in this high lunge. Level your hips, push weight into the back heel. Lift your left quads. Tighten those muscles. Make sure your right knee is over the ankle. Put weight in the left hand and then twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Step your right foot back to a plank. Tighten your belly muscles here. Keep your head in line with the spine. Put weight into both heels. Breathe. Okay, knees come down. Shift your chest forward into upward facing dog. Your knees can stay down or you can lift them off the mat. Keep your shoulders down from the ears. Think about your head's like a turtle coming out of the shell. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, step up with the right foot. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Okay, inhale up. Exhale, bring your knees down. Come all the way down to your mat and step back to your downward facing dog. Now you want to move your blocks aside for this, but keep them handy because you might need them. All right, so we're going to come into pigeon from here. So listen carefully. We're going to take our right leg up behind us, and then we're going to scoot it up and bring your right knee behind your right wrist. And then your your right foot is off to the left side of your body. And then you're going to scoot your left leg back long so that it comes down to the mat. Okay. Here we are. The angle of your shin here really depends on how open your hips are. The more open your hips are, the more vertical this leg, or more parallel this leg can be to the front of your mat. But get to where you're comfortable so that you can really come down low. And then if your hips are cocked anyway, like most of us will be, take a block or a blanket or some sort of padding just to support your right buttock so that it levels your sacrum. Now, block may be too high for some people. You may not even need the block. Some people, if you have real super flexible hips, but the purpose of the support is so that your sacrum levels and you're not cockeyed. And then from here, come on down to your forearms. And relax. And you might even want to come down further. Rest your head onto your arms. Okay, push up, unwind, step back to downward facing dog. And then we'll do the same thing with the left leg. Swing the left leg up and then shoot it up so that the knee lands behind the wrist. And then walk the right leg back. And then drop your hips down, supporting your left hip as needed so that it's able to level with the right one. And then once you're comfortable here, allow your body to relax. Come on down to your forearms. Or not, you can stay up onto your hands too. There's no problem with that. And then if you feel good, you can let your head rest down onto your arms. Allow all those muscles, help your hip flexor muscles to relax. Okay, please slowly push up. Unwind. Come into table. And then sit back to child pose. Rest your head on the mat or on your hands or on a block or bolster. And then please push up. Come on to your side. Pick a side. We'll do both sides, of course. Extend your arm so that you can use your arm as a pillow. Bend both knees and use your top arm to support your body. Okay, so we'll just do some internal and external rotation of the hip here. So we first do the external rotation. Keep your feet together and then lift your top knee up like a clam opening. And that's your rotating your hip externally. And then you're going to close the clam back down and then open the clam back up and then close and then open and then close and then open and then close, open and then close. Pause here. This time we're going to keep the knees together and we're going to internally rotate the hip. Knees stay together, the top foot lifts up so you can feel that top hip roll down, and then close the feet together and then lift the foot back up and then close, lift back up and then close, lift back up, close, lift back up, close, again and again, and one more time, and then pause. Good. Okay, switch sides. Bending the knees, resting your head on your arm as a pillow. And then we'll start with the feet together with the clamshell, opening the knees apart and then back together, apart and then together, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, again, and one more time. And then pause. And then we'll move to the internal rotation. Knees stay together. And then the top foot comes up and then down. And then down. Again. Down. Again. Down. Again. Down. Again. Down. Again. Down. And once more. And then down. Good. Okay. From here, please roll onto your backs. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing down. Bend your knees, have your legs hip width apart. And take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. Now, keep your arms by your sides, relax your shoulders, and then just use your leg muscles to push the right knee away from you so that you're feeling the stretch into your hip area. And keep that knee being pushed away from you as you push into your left foot and lift your bottom off the mat. And then you're rolling your spine up to your shoulders. And then you're going to dip your bottom back down, touch down the mat, and then lift back up. When you lift up, your spine's going to roll up, your chest is going to come toward your chin. And when you dip down, your spine's going to roll down, the bottom touches down, and then dip back up. And all the while, you're pushing that right knee away from you. And then once again, back down. And then back up. And then back down. Okay. Uncross. Left ankle to the right thigh. What did we just do? I think we did the right to the left. This time we're doing the opposite. Okay. Relax the shoulders to start. Relax the arms. Push that knee away. And then lift your bottom up. Roll the spine up. Chest comes towards your chin. So this is like a cross-legged bridge pose. And then you're going to roll all the way down and dip the bottom down. And then roll back up. Push the knee away. And then come back down. And then up. Keep the foot flexed. Push the knee away. And then down. And then back up. And then back down. And then once more up. And then down. Uncross the legs. Bring your knees into the chest. Hug your knees in. Lacing your fingers around your shins. And then please grab a block. Lift your hips. Place your sacrum on the block. And either stay here in a supported bridge pose with your arms as a T, relaxing your head, or allow your legs to float up into the air, into the waterfall pose, effortlessly, like you're floating in water. And wherever you end up here, either in supported bridge or legs up the air, just focus on your breath awareness. And feel how your chest rises and falls. Feel your belly inflate with every breath. Couple more breaths here. Slow, long breaths. And now slowly bring your feet back to the mat. Lift the hips. Remove the block. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll around on the spine. And then extend your legs long on the mat. Bring your arms overhead. Let's do one full body stretch. So if the backs of your hands can touch down above your head, let them touch down. Stretch the fingers above your head. Stretch the feet in the opposite direction. Full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring it into your chest. Clasp your fingers around your shin and hug that knee in. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head, tuck your chin, bring the nose to the knee. And then release. Leg comes back down, leg extends long on the mat. Arms go above your head, palms facing up, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. The opposite knee comes into your chest. Hug the knee in. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your head, bring your nose to the knee. And then roll back down. Extend both legs long. One more full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, both knees come in. Clasp both knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head, roll the shoulders up, bring the nose toward the knees. And then slowly roll your whole spine back down. Bring your feet back to the mat. Extend your legs and come into Shavasana. When you're in Shavasana, please focus on your breath. Allow your breathing to slow down. Take a mental body scan. Release any areas of tension. Relax your body and allow your mind to relax as I read you a poem by Mary Oliver, aptly entitled First Snow. The snow began here this morning and all day continued, its white rhetoric everywhere, calling us back to why, how, whence such beauty and what the meaning. Such an oracular fever, flowing past windows, an energy it seemed would never ebb, never settle less than lovely. And only now, deep into night, it has finally ended. The silence is immense, and the heavens still hold a million candles. Nowhere the familiar things, stars, the moon, the darkness we expect and nightly turn from. Trees glitter like castles of ribbons. The broad fields smolder with light. A passing creek bed lies heaped with shining hills. And though the questions that have assailed us all day remain, not a single answer has been found. Walking out now into the silence and the light under the trees and through the fields feels like one. Please bring your awareness back to your body and breath. Deepen your breathing as you make small movements to wake up your body. Please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, you're sealing off the hot, bright, fiery masculine side of your body. And you're exposing the cool, dark, calm, feminine side of your body. And that calmness will carry you for the rest of your day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai Yogis.